Welcome back to another episode of the Linesmen. It's good to be back as a group here. We feel like we've been kind of adding in some special guests. A couple of us been in and out. Nick's been our rock, so congratulations on that for us.
Game shit.
So you got me on the mic again, RB. We got Nick, Andy, and producer Jay.
What's going on, guys?
And we are going to definitely be getting in again, obviously recapping the Euros. What an absolutely intense weekend on an emotional level, not just for the games and how exciting that was, but just some really scary stuff going on there. Really kind of humanizing these players that we talk about every week. So I definitely want to make sure that we give some time and our prayers out there for Christian Eriksen and his family.
Absolutely.
Definitely going to be previewing again some of the best matchups we got going on later this week and this weekend. And then definitely going to get into some VAR again, talk about some of the bets we've won, some of them that we lost, and kind of review those decisions.
Hell yeah.
Everybody's even on Monday, bud.
Yep, everybody's even on Monday. Until, Poland decides to lose early.
and then
it was looking good until about 4 o'clock.
Yeah, Monday at dinner time, maybe you're not even, but
yeah.
When I woke up
this morning at 7, and my pocket was even.
Actually, real quick, speaking of everyone's even on Monday, I know you guys can't see him, but we got one of the creators of Everybody's Even on Monday in the show right now, Noah. Little background, Noah and some of his friends a while ago, they started a sports podcast called Everybody's Even on Monday. And here over at Hedgebetter, we fell in love with the podcast, fell in love with the saying itself, and we decided to run with it.
We're stealing your good ideas. Well, so thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
Technically, we acquired the good idea.
Well, I'll just have to say this, welcome to capitalism, baby. Yeah. That's showbiz, baby.
That's showbiz. And now, now Noah and the EOM team is part of Hedgebetter, and
welcome.
They're helping out, and we're excited.
Big things.
Hey, now that we're going to be recording on Monday, I can promise you that will be said often.
Yeah, I'm going to have all the shows say it, even if it's on like a Friday. It doesn't even matter. Yeah,
and without mercy.
Setting it up for even on Monday on a Friday is just a tough look.
Yeah, you're going to be making guys say that while they're crying.
No matter what happens this weekend, everyone's even on Monday.
They're in tears crying about how they're not even because it's Friday. They've lost everything.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
Oh my God!
Yeah, let's get into
a little bit of this weekend here. I will start off with that first game, the Italy-Turkey game. I know you guys were talking last week how Turkey was kind of maybe that potential dark horse.
Yeah, no dice. They just looked like they couldn't string it together. And I know this Italian team's solid, but if to be like a dark horse favorite to at least make a quarterfinal, you got to compete. That 3-0 was like a clear and obvious 3-0. They weren't really ever in the game. They got a couple decent chances, but Italy controlled them.
Yeah, Italy's one of those teams that we liked. It's definitely a team that we think is going to come out of that.
They're the real
grouping. But that's probably what it is. But I didn't think that they would be that good, to come out and put a 3-0 game in, first game out.
They haven't conceded a goal in their last 3 games.
That's pretty wild.
Catenaccio, the Italian way. And I mean, Chiellini in the back played really well,
for a
defensive.
Guy his age.
For the old man on the field, he ran the show, making chances up top too. He was doing good stuff all over and holding the ball. Once you get it back to him, he's gonna spray it left, right, wherever he needs to.
Yep.
And that's what they did. And then Turkey would get the ball, make 1 pass, 2 pass, run, and then lose it. And then Italy just
for the longest time, Italy just dominated the possession. Turkey couldn't figure it out, and we were talking about this. The best thing an announcer can say in the game is, they're knocking.
Yeah, knocking on the
door.
They're
starting to ask questions now.
Knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And finally, one of those chances went in, and then it just started opening the floodgates.
Well, they had
that was an own goal, though, technically, right?
Doesn't matter.
But
Doesn't matter how you get them.
First half, it looked like a handball. I was texting one of my friends.
Oh, that was definitely a handball.
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was an anti-Italian conspiracy going on in that first half because I don't know how they didn't score. Insigne just wanted a goal so bad in that first half.
He got one.
He got it in the second half, but he was knocking.
He was.
But Yeah, I don't know how they missed that handball call. Like, at least look at it.
Yeah, they didn't even.
You have the capability to. But
well, that's what is so obnoxious about VAR though, is every offsides is just absolutely taken in.
Oh,
you don't go the other way around. The only thing it's there for is to take things away, not to give things. So it's just it just ruins everything, man.
Yeah, when a slice of your toenails offsides.
I'll tell you, I was getting sour. We'll talk about that in the Switzerland game because of VAR. I had them going this weekend. But I mean, as you were saying though, in this game, I mean, 63% possession.
Yeah.
That's
they controlled the game.
You handled it. Chances created was 18-2. I mean,
that was
total shots that Turkey had 3. We're talking about. I mean, you really they rolled over.
Yeah. They couldn't do it. They couldn't.
No, they didn't.
Whether it was nerves or whatever. I mean, they were playing in Rome. You got to give some sort of semblance to the home field advantage.
Yeah,
but I don't think it should matter that much. You should be able to. You're there at the Euros to play to win. They're not there yet. I mean, maybe they're going to make some changes, make some tactical kind of adjustments next game. They might be looking a little bit better, but
they might. I hope they do.
From that one,
yep.
Nah, not.
That was the first time Italy has scored 3 goals in
they
Euros.
don't do that. 1-0 is your regular Italy win.
Yeah,
but
regular old park the bus mentality.
Those strikers are good. Yeah. They put the ball in back in the net.
Exciting. And then the very next game, Saturday morning, what an absolute snooze fest. Oh, my God.
It looked like there could have been so much more that was going on in that game.
Yeah.
Because that was like, I woke up early. I was jacked up. I got my coffee, walked my dog. I sat down. I was like, all right, baby, I'm spending all day
this is some
watching
old man
soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't make fun of me. I'm 31 years old.
So that's this is that Wales-Switzerland game?
Yep.
Yeah, ended in a 1-1 draw. So good points for both sides, I guess. But if I'm Switzerland, I'm bummed that
they just stopped playing.
Yeah, it was weird. They were running it again. They had control, possession. They were doing everything right, and then it almost seemed like they just stopped having any sense of urgency.
Yeah.
It was just I don't know what was going on with I don't have the worst time trying to pronounce his name. Seferovic was the worst player on the field, I felt like. He was their striker. Yep. Every time he touched the ball, it went like straight to the freaking moon. Straight to fucking moon.
Yeah, he wasn't
like obvious, easy one touch, like put it at least on net to the fucking moon, man. Like you're trying to grab a piece of cheese over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the stage can be a little bit too much for people.
Yeah.
Opening game, you have a bag of nerves. I don't know. I've seen it too though, where some days are just not your days. You can have tap-ins and you're just gonna put them over. So, but that guy Mbolo,
oh my God, he was insane.
Yeah,
I think he's a great player. He was every time the Swiss had the ball, it'd be like, Mbolo, here he comes down the right wing. I'm just like, oh my God, this guy doesn't stop.
That's why Seferovic had so many opportunities, because he was just he was sliding up, and they're just faster. They were playing the game at a much faster pace than Wales was,
100%.
And you could just see that. But it was just like, oh God, I was screaming when he got subbed out. I was literally rejoicing, and then within the first minute, they get a goal because he's out.
Yeah.
And then it gets pulled back on VAR. I mean, my emotional level in that like little 2-minute time, I'm like jacked up. They took him out. I was like, this is when they're going to score. They finally got him out. Bolo's going to keep moving the ball up. They score that quick. I'm like, fucking told you. Let's go. Instantly taken away.
That right side for the Swiss, it's pretty powerful. And Babu at the right back. He's a solid player, and then you got Shaqiri controlling the middle.
Yeah, he played well.
He did.
He did exactly what he needed to do.
And you know what? It sucks that this game ended in a draw because Switzerland should have had 3 or 4 goals. But I think, looking back, Wales, their only way to create any chances was hit the Swiss on the counterattack with Gareth Bale or Daniel James.
And just run.
And their 2 best players, they took Daniel James out in the 75th minute.
He was pissed.
I'd be pissed.
He was yelling at his coach, like he was like, "Me, I'm not coming off there.
Like
I'm not.
I'm the one making chances."
He was doing everything right. Like he was
kid.
Yeah, he was just
happen.
And he was just so much faster than them on the. He turned the corner almost every time he had the ball. Yeah. Every time he got it in the box.
Oh my God, yeah.
Why would you take that guy out? Granted, Brooks did, end up. What did he get the assist there when he came in? Because I think it was Brooks. Yeah.
Joe Morrow.
They moved everybody around though. It was like you weren't just making one sub.
Yeah, they did
the whole thing.
Aaron Ramsey off, Daniel James off.
They put Bale onto the other side.
Ugh.
That dude Moore is gigantic though. He's an animal, a big dude, and he's not like lanky either. He's a beast.
That goal that they gave up to him too was just like, I mean, it
Nobody
was so
even
sad.
close
Like he
to
just
him.
the one guy that's gonna get a set piece goal. We're just talking about how big he is. He just sauntered into the middle.
No
little
mark.
flick of the sweet hair.
Somebody was probably on him. I don't know if they were doing the zonal marking, which if they are, that's the dumbest way to defend.
Why the
any
fuck
set
would you
piece.
play zone in a game of soccer?
I don't know. Because beats me.
I don't
beats
know.
me, man to man. But
I
if
can
it
get
was,
doing that if you're parking the bus at the end and you got extra people.
Yeah,
in
you
there.
can put all.
You could
the
just put
entire
everybody
team.
in the box and then you play it zone.
But still, at the very least, if you are, you need a mark on that dude. And he just, whoever his mark was, I don't remember who it was. He shook him off like it was nothing, like he was a toddler.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think it was that like intelligent of a play. He just like started running towards the ball.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's tough.
open header, free header, and he knows what to do. It was a nice goal right in the corner.
It was a nice goal.
It was very, very pretty.
So Wales were handed a lifeline in this game by taking this draw. We'll see if they can kind of eke it out. Because, I mean, it looks like they'll probably give Turkey a real good game. And the Swiss will if the Swiss can keep that pace for over 90 minutes, they can definitely beat Turkey big time, get some goals their favor, and then they might be able to play with England. I'm sorry, not England, Italy.
Yeah.
But they'll give them at least maybe a draw. I don't know. Give them a tough game. They won't be the Turks there in that first game though.
No way.
They're looking competitive.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see if Wales can steal something in that third place spot.
Yeah.
I think they could steal one against the Czechs or maybe the Turks.
I didn't even have trying to remember, I'm looking back. I don't have Wales even pulling it out. I had them coming in last.
I have them pulling it out.
Yeah.
Being the fourth best third place team.
I had Turkey as one of those fourth best third place teams.
Yeah.
All the hype that G gave them 2 weeks ago. You guys talked about him again last week. I was like, all right, that's multiple people now talking about Turkey. I was like, I'm gonna kind of slide them in.
G insta DM me and goes, looks like Italy is the real dark horse.
Yeah.
I fucking told you.
Yeah.
I have the Turks and the Wales team. I have them going to the next round. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe Turkey turns it around, but it looks like Switzerland's gonna be second in that group to me.
Yeah.
That they look very good, and I mean, hopefully they don't get screwed again.
Yeah. Hopefully. Moving on though. We'll skip the Finland Denmark.
Yeah,
game
we're gonna get into
we'll get into that
one.
The next game after that, Belgium versus Russia.
It was just a showing. It was just a showing. I mean, what else can you say?
I just want to say something.
A masterclass. We talk about Belgium being that team.
Yeah, they can definitely be that team, but kind of crazy. Russia not kneeling before the first whistle.
Oh, they didn't take.
Yeah,
I mean,
are we shocked?
That's
Are we
literally
shocked?
the least shocked thing.
Disappointed, but not surprised.
Weren't they booing too? Like the fans were booing them.
Yeah, it was a home game for Russia,
and I think they all booed when they were kneeling, like were like leaning into him.
And then you got Lukaku just
ready to just put a show on,
pulling up with a brace. Yeah, ready. Two goals, and just dominant.
Yeah,
and like. I know this Russian side, like they had that World Cup run, but like it's not.
No way.
I said it last. I don't have much faith in them in major tournaments because I don't think they can. They just rode that magical Russian hype train.
Who's the guy that's supposed to like be their rock? I don't even know who their best player is.
They're a bunch of nobodies.
Yeah,
they just kind of come together as a team. The guy that Zhirkov in the back's a solid player, but he's a left back. He's not going to be. There was a dude. I think their big players retired. Like the people that were somewhat household names that you might recognize that play elsewhere. I think they shipped out.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's not a team that you'd know much about.
Russia.
Yeah, I'm just like reading through. I'm just looking at some of the ratings that their players got.
They're all under 7. They're all under 7.
Their goalie Shannon has a 3.6. Like, did he trip on his face? Like, how do you give a goalie that like? What did he?
That first Lukaku
granted, I know he gave up 3 goals, but like, it's not just a goalie that does that.
They were all of Belgium's goals were pretty. Pretty good.
Nice goal. It wasn't just like them just kind of ding, 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 and then just kind of they're a solid team.
Yeah,
Force to be reckoned with.
Russia's keeper had a better chance of getting his hand on the sun. Let's just say that. Oh my God, unbelievable!
Yeah, I mean there's not really much else to say about that game. Russia's a stinker. Belgium is that masterclass team, like we said. I mean they're a favorite to win the whole thing.
Yeah,
they're the number 1 team rated by FIFA in the world. So I mean they did what they were supposed to.
I like their jerseys too.
Their jerseys were
cool.
fire.
The little sash thing going on.
Yeah, guys, if you're looking to get some good merch, all these national jerseys.
Yeah, are sweet. I did like the Argyle one from a few years ago that they used to wear. They had like a red with like a yellow Argyle
fuck out of those.
front. Yeah, a lot of nice jerseys out there.
Yeah,
they look dangerous, real dangerous.
And that's without De Bruyne even there.
Yeah, and then when they pull him in a couple weeks,
like he and Hazard get to play in the middle together, Lukaku up top,
like the Dark Knight. Yeah, moving
they're
on
gonna
though.
Be very, very, very dangerous.
Going to the other favorite to win this tournament, England, Croatia. England pulls it out 1-0.
Yeah, I don't think Southgate listened to the podcast. Though.
No,
he did not.
Or he did, and he was just like, "Screw you guys."
I hate them.
I hate Gareth Southgate. I think
I love his suits though.
Fuck his suits.
He looks good.
Fuck.
Yeah. So what is it? What is it that you're so mad about? Because I'm talking everything you guys had talked about last week that you wanted for this team's lineup was not done. Like they did the opposite. They played all the guys you didn't want them to play in all the wrong positions. Like,
you made it.
They didn't even just put Sterling like in midfield. Like they stuck him up at forward. Like
you made it. You made a decent argument saying that he put this team out to beat Croatia. That the team that beat them in the World Cup.
He didn't want to lose. He was tactically playing against Croatia. He wasn't fielding his high-flying best team. He was fielding his best team to beat the team in front of him.
Let me tell you, if he picked his fucking best team, they wouldn't have won this game 1-0. It would have been 2-3-0. Or maybe 2-1. I don't know.
Croatia looked good. They had some really good chances themselves as well. And I think Pickford actually played well. He had a couple pretty good saves in there.
It's just the midfield for Croatia is just so dangerous. Modric, Kovacic, Perisic, Brozovic.
Yep.
Like, all those guys are just insane. But other than that, though, the rest of the team, if you can get behind the midfield, which England can do with all their players, their fast, speedy players, it wouldn't have been a 1-0 nail-biter of a game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, possession was 50-50.
Yeah.
Chances created, 6 for England, 5 for Croatia. You know, like, they both had a pass rate of 84%. Yep. What are the chances that they both had the exact pass rate?
Yeah.
Like, this game was very even.
It was a dead heat. I mean, in the World Cup semi, it was a dead heat. They had to go to had to go to 120 minutes to figure it out.
Yeah.
Southgate plays not to lose. He doesn't play to win. He plays not to lose. And that's the worst way to play a game.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Especially when you have this squad sitting on your bench.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
I hate.
I think the one thing about that is it's not necessarily his fault, but the way that this tournament itself is kind of structured leans to that.
Yeah, there's been some commentary on that.
I guess so.
This third place thing.
Yeah, having that, like, you're basically like, I'm guaranteed in with England. Like, you're gonna get out of the group stage, so why fire off?
Yeah, just don't lose.
Yeah,
don't lose against the only team that's gonna really give us a run for our money. And then, but to counter that, we're averaging like 2.5 goals a game almost. So it's not like we're getting these like
1-0. And even in this game though, they had a couple other opportunities. We were giving Kane shit again for missing kind of little sitters. He missed another one.
Yeah. So why?
It wasn't easy, but I mean, it was right. You're a foot away from the goal.
A world-class striker missing in a big tournament. Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
He didn't look bad. Like, I don't think he played poorly during the game, but I mean, he again, you can't miss those types of opportunities, and that changes the commentary too. You win 2-0, you hit one of those, or you make an extra play.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you're like, holy shit! Like, England is that team. Yeah, that's that team
again.
Instead, we're just like, all right, we'll see next game.
Yeah. Yeah. What do they have? Yeah. In terms of being a heavy favorite pre-tournament.
Tough showing.
This didn't look like a team that I'm gonna be confident in moving forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see if those tactical changes happen, if this was like a one-off squad almost to beat Croatia, or if these are his guys and he's just going to play for these 1-0 games.
That's not going to work.
Because if you try and just go to a 50-50 like coin flip.
England's been on the losing side of a 50-50 coin flip.
Too many times.
Too many times.
Yeah, for most of their history. All those PKs that they've lost.
And again, saying Kane missing another sitter, that's just what separates all those great England scorers from Harry Kane. They put those the important goals they needed to score, they scored. And when Harry Kane needs to do it, he just hasn't shown up yet. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, though. He's been hackled by injuries. Like
it's a tough year for him.
Yeah.
Even though he won the Golden Boot this year, so
but he still won the Golden Boot, but he was still battling injuries.
Yeah,
I'm not taking that away from him. The way he played, he still played pretty well.
It's just wild too. You have these other attackers back here, like Saka and Grealish are both there.
Yeah,
when are they going to play?
Jack Grealish. Oh my God!
Like that seems like a pretty wild move.
Mission,
Grealish brings all the fouls.
Yeah, because he's that. He's
that guy.
Shady player. He's sneaky. He can kind of get in those tight spaces.
He's going to win your team
sometimes,
free kicks.
Yeah, he either gets out of them and makes a great chance, or they foul him.
And they get a good chance.
Yeah.
So it's insane.
It's like, so next, I guess quickly just looking forward to the next game, where would you want to move? Like what would you want it to be?
Oh, here we go.
Because this is our team. This is the team that I'm rooting for. So like what would make this more fun? How could they be more of an attacking style?
Let's take a right back out of the lineup, Calvin Phillips. He can definitely doesn't have to be in the midfield.
Although he had a really good game.
He did have. He's had a couple good games recently for Liverpool and for country.
Mm-hmm.
I'd keep Declan Rice in there for sure. Maybe I'd give him another look. Maybe put Raheem Sterling up front. Maybe I know Kane's a center forward. Maybe sit Kane for a little bit. Put Grealish behind
you can't
Sterling.
sit Kane though.
He can sit whoever the fuck he wants. He sat half his best squad.
Yeah, but he can't sit Kane.
I like the back line.
He's their best option to score him.
I like the back line. Trippier, Mings, just Stones and Walker. Solid. Maguire's not healthy yet, so he'll still be a question mark going in the future. Maybe put Grealish in there. I would put definitely Calvert-Lewin somewhere in there. Maybe Henderson. They just have so many players.
Yeah.
That they can have. Like
they can't just move it around.
Yeah, they can't really move
happening.
it around that great, but they just have like Bukayo Saka, Jude Bellingham, Marcus Rashford.
I'd love to see Saka come off the bench.
I'd love to see Saka come off the bench.
He could play that perfect role.
Yeah, Bellingham, young kid, getting to play for England. Like that's a boy's dream, starting for England in the Euros. Make it happen. At least one game.
Yeah, they gotta. I'd love to see them kind of switch it up and try almost a whole different lineup and just kind of see what they have now that they got the one game kind of out of there.
Yeah, like the must win, the important one.
You know, so like now
they play Scotland on Friday night. Looking ahead,
play literally whoever you want,
but
you never know, man.
To go to Scotland as England.
Last time
you need to be on your.
You need to show your dominance, man. You need to show your dominance. You can't just
they're going up for blood. I don't care what tournament. I don't care where. Like that.
Yeah, they're going.
You could play that. You could play the game on the moon, and the Scots are out for blood.
And
they will fight and claw and scratch and do everything that they can to not lose to England.
Yeah.
Listen, Scotland played England in the Six Nations rugby game in Glasgow, and it was an absolute bloodbath. And they won. I don't know, it's two different sports, but every time Scotland goes up against England, they're not going down without a fight.
Because the whole country backs them anyways.
Yeah.
But when it's against England, it's like
everyone.
I mean, Mel Gibson's not going to come out and kill their team. So
you don't know that.
Somebody's going to know that. There might be a man in face paint with a giant claymore. I can't promise you that.
Yeah.
But who knows?
You never know. You never know.
All right, let's switch over to Netherlands, Ukraine here.
Netherlands almost blew it. I'll say it.
Yeah,
and they're one of my favorites. One of my favorite teams. I don't know what it is.
Team.
I've always just
solid
like
team.
Yeah, I love the jersey, the orange. I mean, come on, that's and the fans. Everything about the Dutch soccer team is just like lovable.
Yeah,
Memphis Depay, what a revamped career he's had.
Oh, I loved him always.
That first chance he got in the first 5 minutes, oh my God. I thought that should have gone in. That would have been so nice if he scored that.
Yeah, really put his mark on the tournament in that first 5.
He's also on my fantasy team for that.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even look to see if I didn't move anybody.
You are in last place, my friend.
I probably didn't have half my team start. I didn't move anybody or check their lineups. I forgot how to sign in for that thing.
Yeah. So, just quick side note. We are on a me and RB. I don't know.
No, I didn't get in time.
I didn't get in time, loser. RB and I are in my buddy's fantasy football league. It's just you
for the
draft
this
your own
particular
team.
tournament.
Yeah,
the Euro 2020.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And just looking at the
it's kind of like
it's kind of
like DraftKings kind of thing where like you gotta buy
kind of thing.
You you buy who you want.
Yeah, it's an auction style. You have a certain amount of money, and then you go in, you create your lineups. But of course, I was just not. I completely forgot that was like a thing that you have to go in and check the lineups. I just had them there, so I probably had half my team not start.
Last time I checked, you had like 10 points.
Yeah, that's awesome. Killing it.
So one of the guy who's actually winning the league right now, he is a podcaster from Birmingham, England. He does the Villa podcast. He's friends with my buddy Trevor. But yeah, that guy's unreal.
How many points does he have?
He has like 58.
Oh, nice. So that's the discrepancy. It's 10 to 58. The boy's gonna make a comeback.
You have a lot to make up.
A lot of ground.
You're gonna have to call me a Golo Conte, which how much ground I'm about to have to cover.
But this
shout out G.
This Dutch team, but I mean, when they kind of gave the Ukraine some opportunity, some room to run.
Yeah.
Ukraine looked like they can
And
play.
Ukraine's good. They're another team that I have coming out of this group,
Sneaky.
Group C.
Sneaky.
Yeah, I think that they can really match up and they can put goals in.
Yeah, you and I have the same matchup against Italy in the knockout.
Yeah.
First knockout.
And Netherlands are missing not two of their best players, but two important pieces, Van de Beek and De Ligt.
They've got depth though, and they do. I mean,
they're a deep team.
And it's a lot of these players are playing in the Dutch league, so they know each other. There's a lot of familiarity.
Yeah. Only a few of them aren't playing in.
So they've had some ups and downs. They've had some rocky tournaments, but this looks like one that they can kind of make a run, do something. Won't be like an
insane run, but
they'll
make it exciting.
They're not crashing and burning. And I mean, Wijnaldum with a goal, that's good for him. Kind of continuing to kind of carry some of that. Depay should have had one, like we said. Yeah. And then the other forward, Weghorst, gets one too. So the three kind of attacking minded players, the three guys that they want putting the ball in the back of the net are there.
Yeah.
Are in the neighborhood. So they look good.
Yeah, Yaremchuk for Ukraine, really, I mean, he was all over the place. He was ripping the ball at net the whole game, felt like. And he must have had 3 or 4 hard shots. You got, what do you get, 1 goal?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 1 goal.
A goal and an assist.
And the assist.
It was kind of crazy. They had Zinchenko standing above the back 4.
Yeah,
that's an awkward position for him, but he still played very well.
Mm-hmm. And I think they want him. They focus on his attacking.
Yeah, he's very good.
It's one of those things where they don't have a guy that they love as a left midfielder, so they're gonna play a good left back and then bring their best left back up to attack more. Because if you flip flop, that other dude's probably not going to be making those chances, making runs, doing the things that Zinchenko does.
Yeah.
So they want him. They need him on the field, so they're going to put him somewhere. Even if I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point maybe they slide him even farther up. Like if things
put him in the midfield.
Yeah.
In a pinch.
Yeah. Throw him up top at late in the game just to make chances. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they can, with the way that they had this formation anyways, he's got a lot of movement that he can do from that position. So
he's not stuck.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that rotation, the way they can pass the ball around, pretty fun to watch their style of play, I think. Yeah. So they're definitely a team that I'm going to keep my eyes. Both they and Netherlands are two of my teams.
Yeah.
It's too bad that Ukraine's going to get matched up potentially against Italy, because I liked Italy too. So if that's what happens in the next one, I'm like.
But I mean, Ukraine is gonna get chances, and it looks like they score them rather than like Turkey was gonna get one or two.
Yeah,
I have more confidence if Ukraine gets 2 chances, maybe they'll score
get
with
a goal.
one.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe. Hopefully.
All right, and then the last game of that day, Austria, North Macedonia, making the Euros this year.
Yeah, and they got a goal. Goran Pandev with a goal to send home for all those Northern Macedonia fans. But Austria just did it. They looked solid. I mean,
real Germans.
Yeah, they were just moving
Real
ball.
Germans.
They were doing it. I mean, 3 goals, and that sets them up really well. They're at the top of that group now.
Yeah,
with their goal difference. So
that's great.
I mean, to be even if for the 1 week to be ahead of the Netherlands there,
Yeah.
that's got to be a big boost of confidence. I mean, I think I know that Netherlands and Ukraine will probably beat Northern Macedonia of a similar scoreline.
Yeah.
But I mean that's a good opening result.
Yeah.
Really good for everybody in Austria, for all the fans, for all the players. Let's see if they can do that, reproduce that against the real 2 teams that they need to compete with. Though.
Yeah. Hopefully.
They had I haven't seen a lineup like this at the 3-5-1-1 in a while.
There's been a lot of teams fielding 3 at the back though. More so it feels like than in previous tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's personnel.
Yeah.
Too, I think.
Well, Marcel Sabitzer is one of the guys I've been watching because I've been hearing rumblings that Tottenham might try to buy him out. So he was like somebody I was excited to kind of really get to watch on a national level, and I mean he was unreal. I'd love to have him. Come on over, buddy.
I like
the
our
water is
David
warm.
Alaba.
Yeah. He's sick. He's a really good
He's
player.
a beast. He just demands commands that back 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's the rock in that.
You got to
team.
have somebody like that though if you're gonna field 3 in the back.
Yeah,
though.
Exactly. You have the personnel. You have David Alaba to basically clean up everybody's mess.
Yeah.
And they're speedy in the back there, it looked like. So they're not going to, or maybe it was more just that Northern Macedonia couldn't give them that much trouble with this back 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But regardless, and I like Arnautovic getting a goal off the bench.
Yeah. Love to see that.
Little super sub action.
Love it.
I mean, not that they needed it, but it gave them it gives them the lead in the group. So, but
nice.
Yeah, I mean, but Macedonia wasn't that they didn't make no chances, 7 shots. I mean, only 2 on net, but
yeah,
they got it. They stole a goal out.
Yeah, and I mean, really, what else are they hoping for? Score a couple goals, have some fun, just don't get absolutely obliterated.
Don't get thumped, so we can come back and compete next time.
Yeah. 7 to 10 for shots, 13 to 5 created chances, and
it was a good game to watch. It was just that nice 3 p.m. game, nice 3 p.m. time slot.
I feel like the Austria-Netherlands one is going to be the most exciting because that back 3 is going to be put to the test.
It's a fun group. Group C is kind of it's a sneaky,
open.
It's a sneaky group because it's so open. There's not just like that number one like automatic favorite.
Yeah, you would say the Netherlands,
but Austria's they're just as capable.
And who knows? Northern Macedonia could do something crazy. They could shake it up.
Mm-hmm.
Just even a 1-1 tie, 0-0 tie, puts them in
changes everything.
Yeah.
Puts pressure on everyone else.
Because now somebody's got to make more chances. Goal difference is going to be big, I think, in this one.
Yeah.
More than and this, we're going to see a 3rd place team out of this group.
Oh, you think so?
I think, yeah.
Okay. I believe it.
The way that this goes.
No, I definitely agree.
I took Austria as the 3rd place team, and I think this is gonna this showing the start of this group makes me even more confident.
Yeah, that's exactly how I had it. I had it the same way. Netherlands, Ukraine, and then Austria as that 3rd team coming out.
Yeah. I think that's how we all had it.
And they've got the 3 goals too, so that's huge because I think that goes into how many goals you scored. So the fact that they put up 3 in that first game, that's pretty huge if they're in a 3rd place position. Yep. That's a pretty big spot, game 1.
Yeah. And then just moving on down the line, Poland, Slovakia. Slovakia fielding the best jersey of the uniform so far for me. They're in like a blue camo, and they brought the heat. They did it. They beat Poland 2-1, and they just shut down Lewandowski. I was talking him up. I still think he can do it, but he was on an island.
They didn't
out
get
there today.
him
Listen.
a lot of touches,
No.
right? That's the one thing.
Yeah, support there maybe is lacking, but also they executed. The Slovakians executed perfectly.
Yeah, listen,
That's what they needed to do, and they did it.
if you were Poland, you need that first goal back. That goal cannot go in.
Yeah, that's a rubbish one to take.
That short side own goal by Szczesny.
It
just can't happen.
bad luck having it bounce off of your guy's foot, kind of off somebody's
Off
like the back
then
of
off
your
the
head,
post and then off the back of
like
the goalie.
Yeah,
But still, you shouldn't be getting beat.
Still, you shouldn't be
near
at
side
that
like
angle.
that.
You shouldn't be that close to the net anyway. You should be cutting off that angle. If you cut off the angle, that wouldn't have gone in.
yeah.
It would have gone out for a corner. It would be a completely
Or he
different
just
game.
makes a clear, obvious save.
Yeah.
It was weird. I'm looking at the stats now too, and honestly, I didn't even feel like Poland had as many chances created. 15 chances created,
They
17
shut
shots.
down Lewandowski.
It doesn't feel like they had that, like they were shooting the ball that much.
No, I think they had a couple that they like skied over, a couple that like just like flashed at. Lewandowski had probably one of his better ones. He like just kicked with his like pinky toe. That's all he could get on
Yeah.
the ball. So I have them going through. I don't feel as confident anymore because Slovakia really put the heat on them. They also took those. They took a red card, 2 yellows.
Yeah,
One was like kind of obvious, like you can't just stop a counterattack like that.
Yeah.
That's always a yellow. The second one, I don't know why he's flying in like that
Yeah.
with like a
Yellow.
stomp.
yeah.
And then when you're already on a yellow and the guy's giving them out, you're not gonna
You're not gonna get away with stomping somebody's
No.
foot.
no dice.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
And then the other one played today, Spain, Sweden. The first goalless
0-0.
draw, which I don't know. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I gotta give all the credit to Sweden.
Yeah.
They haven't lost in 5 games, I think.
Yeah, they almost stole a goal there in the first half.
Yep.
And-
since
but-
then,
But this doesn't make any sense to me. 85%
Yeah.
possession, 85-15.
Well, it seems like this is
They had
Possession's a
12
useless stat.
chances created, 17 total shots to Sweden's 4. Like Spain couldn't get 1 to go in.
Well, you know what?
Nope.
That's
what happens when you have Murata as your main striker.
Do you guys remember USA 2009 Confederations Cup beats Spain in the semifinal? Because all they did was just like
Hold on.
hold on for dear life, block every shot, don't give up any opportunity, because this Spanish team is gonna try to beat you as a team. They're not like, they don't have a crazy single player that's gonna just dominate and fly up and down and do whatever they want, like make the game theirs. They use the team. And if you can just tactically just be in the right places at the right times, these Swedes, they did it. And I mean, a draw for them, that's
Huge.
It's so big.
That
in this
changes
first
that
game.
table.
In this first game against Spain, who's gonna be the favorite, predetermined favorite to make it out, probably top dog. Not so much.
Yeah. I have Sweden coming out of this group too. I mean, I have Spain winning it. But I mean, I have Sweden as that other team.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
Yeah, we might see it.
well, we're gonna.
We'll see if
It's-
that happens.
Well, I mean, I just don't know how they kept it up. Like, it's still just shocking to me. Like
It's
they were
wild.
just getting manhandled, and for some reason, every time I looked over, I felt like Sweden was the one that was about to score.
Yeah,
You know?
they're just
Yeah.
hitting counters and
Yep.
Their counter strike was great, and I'm honestly surprised they had a couple opportunities,
Yeah.
a couple really really nice saves, couple really nice saves by Simon. But other than that, it just I don't know. You can't
Lindelof,
see these
man of the
numbers and
match.
these opportunities and to not pull out at least a goal.
Yeah.
You know, if you give up one on the counter, that's fine, but to not put up a single goal when you're possessing the ball that much, like it's foolish. What are you doing?
I don't think you heard me the first time.
of what?
Possession's a useless stat.
Oh, yeah.
Possession means nothing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like that they just couldn't wear them down. They couldn't do enough.
Mm-mm.
And sometimes when you hold possession for like too long, they can just suck it, and then it's so hard to break down.
Yeah.
When it gets to a point where when you are still, and then you get frustrated when it's 75th, 80th minute, and you're like, how have we not done this? And then and then all of a sudden 90 minutes is up, and then you're like, damn,
Yeah.
what the hell happened?
Yeah. Spain just changing their tactics, like you said. No more tiki taka.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that could have come in handy. In
The
this game.
tiki taka could have broken
They
it
could
down.
have broken it down, but you know, the coach now, He doesn't want that.
Yeah, he wants to be. He's looking to the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was that one other game today, Scotland, Czech.
Oh, Czechs, yeah.
Yep.
Patrick
And
Schick. What a guy.
dude, two just unreal
Gems.
goals.
Beauties.
A gem.
Beauties.
That goal, I was just like, what?
He scores from like just over the half. So it was like was it a set piece, I think? So the ball's in their own defensive half. They break out, one pass, he takes a good touch, and he's kind of just running at two defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden his left foot just loads up, swings, and he just
curls
it.
We talked about
beautifully.
a goal like this, the end of was with Cavani.
Yeah.
Cavani had one like this, but we were calling that a chip. This was not a chip. He ripped it.
Yeah.
He kicked that thing as hard as he could.
Yeah. He put his laces
Yeah,
down.
and it was beautiful. It was a perfect shot.
And I'm so sorry, Mr. David Marshall, but like you are he's on every meme that could be out there.
He went viral.
He went
The
sprinting
Spider-Man
back.
memes.
Yeah, the Spider-Man memes, sprinting back. There's no chance he's touching this ball, but good for you. You went for it.
Yeah.
Goes head first just into the netting.
Yeah.
He's just tangled in the netting, dude.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised like nothing ripped because he went in there full force.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I don't know.
No.
He just didn't want to get yelled at. I think was like, or maybe he's just one of those players that just always dives,
it's just
even
a,
if it's just
foot's down.
totally.
Maybe if he was a little taller, maybe he had a little more hops, he might have gotten
No,
the finger.
but I
Maybe
mean,
he was
he's
just a
also-
little bit faster.
I mean, it was the speed of that breakout caught him way out of position.
Oh, yeah.
He was way out of position. He should not have been there. But all the credit to Schick because he had a great header too earlier in the game.
That was unreal.
Yeah,
And
he
then-
flicked it back.
He got over everyone.
Wouldn't that be nice if he somehow could just keep scoring goals and take a golden boot back home to with his family? Because I don't think they're not gonna. I mean, who knows? They could go deep, but I don't think they're gonna be like a semifinalist or finalist. But
No.
if he can make some noise, and I mean, who knows? And then the next transfer window, somebody might scoop him up. He might be
He just
playing on your favorite team soon.
He just joined Leverkusen in September. So I don't
okay.
think he's going to go anywhere for now.
Too soon, but
Hey,
yeah,
that
solid.
raises his stock.
Yeah,
I think that does it for all the matches so far, but
the one special one,
the one
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it special.
We do really
the
have
one
to.
that this doesn't happen every day.
Gotta get into this second game on Saturday. Like I was saying, to start this off, when I woke up Saturday early, got my coffee. I'm dug in for the day,
Excited, yeah.
and sit down for the second game.
Finland, Denmark.
And I'm in the middle of making lunch. Go to sit down
What'd you
while
make
the
for
game's
lunch?
going on. I had like 3 hot dogs. I was just being an absolute animal. There's like 3 left in the pack, and
I'm just gonna finish them.
My lazy ass didn't
Forget
even
it.
turn the grill on. I just straight put them in water.
Oh, you a couple of boiled hot
dirty
dogs.
Boiled them
dog.
up, dude.
That's
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, and I mean, I was
Real
I was
gamer
getting ready.
move.
I was
Real
getting ready
gamer
to
move.
house these things, man.
Dude, you're 31.
Oh yeah, dude.
I
I'm a
love
good
that.
dog, baby.
I love
good
that.
beef stick. I was getting ready
yeah, you
to
load 'em
hammer
up.
some hot dogs, and then boom, heart drops, and no pun intended. I mean, I was sick to my stomach.
Oh yeah, I almost threw up.
When they cut over, I was just like, oh, that sucks. Ericsson's down.
Yeah.
But
But
it
it
really
was
sucks. He's a player that I've liked a lot. He was on the Spurs for a
Yeah.
while. So he's a guy I'm rooting for.
Yeah.
You see him down, and I'm just assuming, like
Something-
they've been saying it the whole time. There's a lot of head connections that game to start. Everybody was just kind of assuming it was that again.
Yeah. If you were unfortunate enough to see what happened, he was just running. It was the ball went out
It's
of
a
play.
throw-in.
He was just running to mark his man, and all of a sudden he just goes down head first.
yeah. He starts like stumbling. If you like watch the video again, he takes like 2-3 steps and he's
Yeah.
always falling, and
Just
then he
the
just
whole way.
collapses in a heap.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are talking about the captain, Simon Kyer.
Yeah.
Comes like flying in.
Mm-hmm. Flips
and
him over.
flips- yeah, like
cleans his hair away.
yeah. So the guy took a heart attack on the field
Died.
for a few minutes at least. They put the defibrillator on him, and he comes right back to life. First try, which that's
That's crazy.
yeah, I feel like that doesn't always happen, but the medical team resuscitated him first go, and they credit Kyer, the captain, of like potentially being the difference maker because it takes a second for them to get out on the field. And at that point, it's like nobody knows what's going on yet. Nobody knows what's happening. That guy's just down. But it's strange how uncommon it is, but it stuff like this happens. It's crazy.
Another example, taking it to the NHL, Rich Peverly, he had a heart attack on the bench and died, and he was resuscitated.
Yeah.
Like, guys, it doesn't matter if you're a professional athlete, you're always at risk for something like this.
Yeah, if you have a heart problem, you have a heart problem, and it's tragic that it could, but at least there's a lot of people watching, and a lot of people ready.
Yeah,
like you have a full medical staff.
I think I saw the number was they got to Eriksson. I think it was 1 minute and 13 seconds or something like that. They were able to start CPR.
Yeah,
the medical team, which that's pretty quick. And when it's something like this with a heart attack, timing is the essence. The longer, every second that you can spare, is something. That's what it was. It was so hard to watch because I just felt like nobody really understood how serious it was.
Yeah, because you just see a guy
going
down.
in, and as soon as you see chest compressions, you know a heart stop because you can't compress unless the person's heart stopped.
Yeah,
so
you wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, you literally can't chest. You can't do that.
Good on Finland fans giving their flags to give the medical team and the team some privacy.
Yeah, and then they made a little wall. To like so the cameras wouldn't just be zoomed in.
And then
on
again,
them.
bringing it to the cameras, they should have stopped that. They should have stopped broadcasting it.
It took so long.
Just
for
go
them
to
make that decision.
go to a commercial.
I don't know why. And I was talking to my roommate
for like 10 minutes.
So I was talking to my roommate, and he said that he thinks that they were like contractually obligated to keep it running, and like couldn't go without it being at half or something like that. Instead of 10, 15 minutes of vamping,
because it was 42, and they can't take a commercial break until 45 plus whatever. So. But I mean, like, zoom in on like some fans or like somewhere, like,
or cut to the studio.
Yeah,
right. Like they didn't even really cut to the studio until after they called the half.
Yeah,
because I feel like
they called the game.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they called the half, and then they were like, "We're gonna obviously suspend this game." That I think was the right call to just suspend it. I have a lot of issues with having this team have to come back out there to finish the game up at 2:30
later that night. Yeah, later that day there.
Like
or
not
3:30.
Like,
sorry, like a couple hours
10
later.
10 o'clock at night.
Like I think it was 8:30 their time, wherever it was that they were playing.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's trash. I know me as an athlete. I know Eriksson was saying, "Go out there, play. I'm fine." Like
if I'm your teammate and you just died on the field, I'm
these
like,
guys were
freaking like
they were. Everybody was crying. Like that team together, like collectively was crying.
Even the Finn players were.
I just want to hug.
Yeah, some guys on the ground.
Some guy just died.
Potentially, and you don't know though because you're just standing around. You're not on the medical team. The worst thoughts are going through your head. Worst case scenarios.
Yep.
And then they're like, okay, let's just let's get back. Let's get back to it in a couple hours. You guys ready? But like, what the hell, UEFA?
And I mean, this is a game it's in Denmark too.
Yeah, and
the game was in Denmark. They're in front of their home fans, and against whatever to Finland, but they're not expected to do anything really. Denmark was the team that's expected to kind of make some moves or has a chance to make some moves, at least get out of the group. And to have to lose that game, with that kind of being said, is tough.
If I'm Finland, I'm not really super happy about that.
No,
that I'm way more concerned about Christian Eriksson, his family, and everything else that just happened. Than taking 3 points off that game.
Yeah, kind of rude of them to save that PK. Well, honestly.
But I mean, they're still playing though. I mean, but at the same time, it is kind of like you have to put them back on the because they put them back on the field, you have to like play.
Yeah,
you're not just gonna stare at the ball for 45 minutes and just take a 0-0 draw.
Yeah,
but UEFA gave them, so they said they got 3 options.
Yeah, so I got the quote here, and
this was like soon after they suspended the match.
Very much
they
right. They
sent them into the locker rooms, and then UEFA officials come in.
And Peter Schmeichel is he's quoted
Denmark
saying,
keeper.
Yeah, the keeper and their captain.
Yep.
And he was quoted saying that the team collectively said that they did not want to play the game. But the options that they had here is they're left with 3 options. One's to play immediately and get the last 50 minutes played. The next one was to come back on Sunday at noon and finish the 50 minutes. And the third option was to forfeit the game 3-0.
Yeah.
So work it out for yourself. Is it the players' wish to play? Did they have any choice, really? I don't think they had it.
And because you're in the locker room. You're in the locker room. You're like, you need this answer right now.
Yeah.
My friend, my teammate is in like stable condition now. Thankfully, when he did get he was taken off the field, he was awake and alert. I guess he like didn't realize what happened, which I don't know how common or uncommon that is.
Well, if you get knocked out, you really don't know what happens. Yeah. But I mean, he died.
Yeah, so but he had no he just like kind of woke up and was like confused.
Yeah.
But so he was alert coming off, so at least they had that semblance of like my friend and teammate is okay at least in the moment. But what the hell?
Yeah, I mean,
like, come
this
on,
is
what
the
do you guys want to do?
highest
Come on,
competition.
chop, chop.
This is national. So that was it was tough. I think it was an absolute words call. I mean, when they were cutting to the studio, and people were saying that they should probably cancel the Belgium game.
Oh yeah, like suspend the group.
Yeah,
because like that's how serious this was. Yeah. I mean, this was 20, 30, 40 minutes where people that are watching the game, people that are watching the other games, teammates, they don't know exactly what's happening.
Yeah, Lukaku plays with them on Inter.
Exactly.
And like you're like my homie is in the hospital.
They just won the league together.
They just took a heart attack.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, now I gotta go play. I'm sure. I mean, he's a professional, so I'm sure he dialed in eventually. But like, when he's in the locker room, to dial in. Yeah, like I'm sure he's receiving text calls, stuff that he wouldn't be receiving otherwise. That he would be able to leave his phone off, but he's gonna reach out to the family.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, there was I saw a really emotional picture too of Eriksen's wife being consoled. By the captain. By the players, because again, like you don't know what just happened.
Whoever that guy on the panel was for that halftime show, fuck him.
Yeah, Taylor.
Taylor, whatever the fuck his name is. You're not a know-it-all. You're not a goddamn
He was the
doctor.
commentator for the Belgium game too afterwards. So
you're not a doctor, man. You don't know what happened.
A revolution legend. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
He was like it was to the point where like he got taken off, I guess, basically because he had to go to Belgium. But when they cut back to him after that, he was gone and Tim Howard was in his place. And I was convinced it was because they literally removed him because he needed to shut up. And everybody on that was there on set with him, you could tell, were very uncomfortable the way he was talking about like not being invincible, about clearly this is some sort of heart attack. Like
MLS.
He's like mad that he took a heart attack.
Yeah, like these games might not get played. Like he sounded like an ass.
What a cunt.
So it's good that he wasn't there again because me and my roommate were getting pissed at him.
Yeah.
You just don't talk. You don't talk about a player like that.
Yeah.
If he,
in the most vulnerable position you could ever be. His family was
probably watching that. Probably made it a little more upsetting.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt they're watching.
They definitely weren't watching ESPN, but they can definitely. Still, it's all
you hear.
Twitter.
Yeah. Somebody somewhere let them know.
But
yeah. That was a tragic moment, but I'm just super happy, and so is everybody that
he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Christian Eriksen definitely in our thoughts because that was scary. I'm really glad that he's all right.
Yeah,
and that
me too.
Because imagine this whole tournament would be marred.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't really be excited about any other games.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to get an end.
What's going like?
It took the wind out of my sails.
Can we pause
the Belgium
this?
game was the next one, and I was like, I kind of need to take a break for a second. It was a shock.
Yeah.
But all the love to his family, anybody that's involved in his life, or anybody who was affected by this for sure.
Yeah, we're glad he's okay.
Thoughts and prayers for sure. I want to segue us in here to kind of finish out the show.
Yep.
Hopefully on a lighter, funnier, more entertaining.
We'll turn this train around.
This train around. This train don't stop.
Looking forward to some games coming up here.
Yeah.
So
we got France Germany tomorrow.
Yes, that's gonna be. This could dictate who ends up in a second or third place because it's gonna. But all three teams, Portugal, Germany, France, are definitely vying and can take the top spot. France is the favorite.
France is definitely the favorite.
So this game, if France comes out and just runs it, then everybody can say, okay, we were right about France.
Yep.
Not the way that we saw England play where everybody's kind of tentative, I feel like. But if they can come out.
France is going to go for it. They're going for the
They got to. But Germany's always tough. Die Mineshaft is Die Mineshaft for a reason. It's a machine.
Yeah, D-Day +8. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And then the other game in the group, Portugal-Hungary, they played each other in the last Euros to a draw.
Yep.
And that was, I think that was the last game of that group, something like that. But that was Portugal's third draw, I believe, and that was the one that got them through to the next round.
Yep.
As a third place team. So could it be another kind of deja vu moment like that? Who knows? If that does happen, that kind of favors Hungary, but it doesn't count Portugal out.
Again, Portugal has that stacked lineup too, kind of just like France. But you never know.
It's a test. I think if Portugal does what I think they can do and France does what we think they can do, then these two teams are up near the top of
Germany,
everybody's favorite.
Third place.
I think Portugal has the most to lose.
Oh yeah,
I think is really what
it's
it is.
It's a big risk
because France, Germany, they'll play that out, but they're that's a tough matchup. When those three are playing, you can't be losing to Hungary.
Yeah, no chance.
No, if they do, that's tragic.
Yeah,
and then again, moving on to the next one, Denmark, Belgium. Definitely going to be an emotional one. But again, Belgium, if they play the way they played against. Russia,
I don't expect Denmark to really make much noise now. You think that sometimes things like this can rally a team, kind of be a spark people play for. But I think that it's just too fresh type of play for something. It's more, and he's one of their key players. To be quite frank,
he's the best player. He was the best outfield player on that team.
Yeah, so big loss. And Belgium should just keep moving.
Yeah.
And then I think this is another game I really want to highlight. Netherlands, Austria.
Yeah, Thursday,
this
3 p.m.
Could be very fun.
We were saying earlier, this game's going to be open. This game's going to be exciting. This game will dictate who
wins.
Yeah,
who takes
the top.
We'll see how Austria's back three handles that.
Yeah, that speedy
Dutch attack.
Speedy Dutch attack.
Oh my God, I'm excited! I'm excited right now,
dude. I'm starting to get jacked up because then the next one here is England, Scotland.
Yeah,
in Scotland, and the world's going to be on fire, right?
Yeah, it's going to go in Glasgow, and it's just going to be electric. And some of these stadiums have been kind of like partially filled.
Yeah,
I don't know if this one's going to be a sellout crowd, but it's going to sound like a sellout crowd without a doubt. Because every man, woman, child in Scotland is putting on their game face on Thursday afternoon to beat England. And if that happens, God bless the entire country of Scotland will be burning.
As soon as
excitement.
As soon as God Save the Queen comes on for England, the Proclaimers are going to come on 500 miles.
Yeah.
They do that every single time.
They just play it over.
Just mind
games.
They
they start singing,
Yeah.
So that's the ones we're looking forward to.
And then quickly,
who do you guys have coming out tomorrow though?
I have France.
I have France as well.
France, Portugal.
I have France winning the whole thing, so I'm gonna have them winning basically every game.
I think the Portugal game will be close though, like a 2-1.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe they boss it, but I think Hungary's gonna compete in this group because they know they have to.
Yeah,
they're in the group of death. And they have nothing to lose, so I think they're gonna be high flying and try and just steal something.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to say, I also have the France-Germany over. It's 2.5.
Oh yeah, because there's been a ton of 3-2, 3-0.
There's
been a lot of 2-1
and
games.
honestly, I got it at a good.
I think it's tough to pick overs in this though, because as we said, it's just this kind of set up in a way where
to play to tie,
where it's playing to tie. Like you don't have to play to win, so taking those overs can be a little dicey.
Risky.
I'm all in it. Everyone's even on Monday.
Everyone's even on Monday,
even though it is Monday right now.
Yeah,
yeah, still even.
But I got the over at +107.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
And then, I know for myself as well, I am definitely planning on taking the Netherlands over Austria.
Yep, I already got that one.
I don't know if we'll see kind of what the lines move to. But I like Netherlands coming out in that game.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna take Austria just to fade.
It should be a big.
That's the play. RB on the show here.
Yeah,
and if they win, then I just am dancing in the streets.
Facts.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna go with the Italy under 2.5. It's gonna go right back to the same old
song and dance,
especially when they play the Swiss.
Yeah, they're not gonna. I mean, but I don't know. Those forwards look good.
Yeah,
they look good.
I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm going to be expecting 3 goals every game now.
Yeah. So much
Humble me.
On another note, though, quickly as we wrap up here, Copa America kicked off today. Chile, Argentina 1-1. They're playing in Brazil, and then tonight is who was it?
Chile, Argentina, and Paraguay
and Bolivia. I think play tonight at 8 Monday night.
Yep.
So, I believe that's it for us here, ladies and gentlemen. You take care now. We are the Linesmen. So long.
Solo.